And as I think about like just how men are, like you guys want to fix things, right? And so I think sometimes the reasons behind, you know, the dad-daughter relationship or whatever is you guys provide those little girls with like that fixing mentality rather than an emotional connection to something. Just like Brian said, open the door.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like a dad gives like the just do this instead of like a mom going like, oh my gosh, and going through like the emotional roller coaster and panic together. Yeah. And that's why I feel like that bond is so different.
But, you know, even to play devil's advocate to the scenarios, like, I mean, I think there's a special bond with like girls and their moms too. Like,
totally.
Maybe now more today than previous times.
I don't think so.
Oh, I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, think about all the shows you've seen, like, and the moms and the daughters, like, doing household work and learning how to bake and learning how to clean. And
well,
it was always
I
the
just
women.
more come from now how, like, kids are kind of, like, growing up faster.
Yeah,
like,
that's the truth.
And, like, how Callie wants to do all of the things like you do, like the nails and do all of the stuff. But that often leads to, like, conflict amongst girls being together. Because y'all, no offense, like, girls
we
when
totally
they link
set
up,
each other off.
Yeah, and
it's definitely devil's advocate. Like, I love, you know, my daughter and my son's the same, but I would agree there are things
like
about
handling Christian for you is much easier. Yeah,
which it's funny because I always, as a kid growing up, I was always like, why is it so much easier for my mom and my brother Luke?
Right.
Like, and now I get it. Like, if you want to take Callie anywhere, I'm like, Christian, Logan, I'll take them.
Her. Yeah.
Right. And that's just because you guys have different mentalities. And so it's like opposites attract kind of even in a parent-child relationship.
No.
You know?
100%. And so our next discussion point here is going to be definitely more something I think that you can... Well, maybe, I don't know. I might have some input here, but like,
I'm sure you will.
How do we go about nurturing those kind of special connections that kind of play into the whole mama's boy,
totally
daddy's little girl thing? But you're really good at like the communication aspect of like having them open up or like explain like through things and all of that. Where again, like you kind of said earlier, where I'm just kind of like, no, just do this.
Right.
And like, and then we've got it going.
I think nurturing the mama's boy relationship or connection for me is.
And this is from a positive thing. This is not,
totally.
we're not trying to talk about this from a negative.
I definitely don't want to talk shit about it. No. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying like talk shit about it, but like, because there is a negative aspect where it's like, if you just coddled Christian and Logan or whatever all the time, like they wouldn't learn anything from any situations.
For me, I look at it kind of like, what do I want them to get out of this to be the best friend, coworker, spouse specifically? Mm-hmm. And so, you know, you mentioned how I tend to emotionally connect with them and allow them to open up. And that's because I want them to know that communicating through what you're feeling is okay. Mm-hmm. And for men, especially in society, I think, you know, tears and emotions are kind of frowned upon. And so I remind the boys very often, like, the world doesn't owe you anything. They're not going to be kind and soft, like at all. So I can be. Mm-hmm. I can always be that soft place for you to land. Yeah. And so I hope to be able to foster that in that mama's boy kind of relationship, you know?
No, 100%.